The filter-free diary. Uh,
Uh, Good afternoon. 12:24. I was just thinking about, how, the seeds we plant always determine the harvest we reap later. Yes. I love it when you make that face. because because you can plant something and you can call it something nice, but if it grows up to be something terrible, then you know what? You planted something terrible. You planted something terrible. It doesn't matter what you labeled it. It doesn't matter what you labeled it, because you still put the seeds in there that you put in there. And I just love how the feminine is not based on visual. It's not, right? And it really can't be, because visual has to do with processing data, right? Like depth and dimension and shadow and color and all that. That is really data intense. What the body does is more like a swimming, right? It kind of feels its way through things. Why? Because you don't have to process data. Not really. That's more like instinctual. Like that goes to our spinal column, but doesn't necessarily need to go all the way up to our brain to be processed, right? That's like you feel something hot, you jerk your hand away before you can even form the sentence, oh my God, that's hot, right? That's how the body perceives. It's more of a flow like that. And of course, the eyes are more of a processing of data. And I just love it, because when the eyes see some data and it's like, oh shit, I fucked up. You know what it does? It tries to reorganize the data. It pulls out its creativity. And you know what? Logic's there to be like, no, look at the data for what it is. And creativity's like, but this is what I want to see. Okay, well, if that's what you want to see, then I'm sure you'll be able to see it. I'm just, and this all started when Spirit and I were talking about planting the seeds of conflict between brothers. Like, yes, Cain killed Abel, but then that story ended. There's another brother that betrays another brother in the Bible. Was it Abraham's? No, it was Isaac's. Isaac had Esau and Jacob? Fucking A. It's been a while since I've gone into all that, but I do remember, I feel like it was Isaac. Isaac was the dad, and he was losing his eyesight and getting really old, and he had two sons, and one of them was a jock, right? Big, strong, tough, right? And the other one was a nerd, right? Not big, not strong, not tough, wore glasses, not really, but, was much more mental and not so physical, right? And what happened? The mental one, overplayed, underplayed, superplayed his hand. And that's how he was able to usurp the big one, right? The jock. The dork took out the jock. And yeah, the reason why that happened is because that is basically the Jews versus the Muslims. Thank you for giving me that word. almost said something else. Yeah, anyways. Right? Like, or the Palestinians versus the Israelis or whatever, that whole war that's still going on over birthright for like thousands and thousands of years. Why? Because they planted a seed. There was a seed of betrayal. One brother betrayed the other, and now those are two massive dragons of religion just fighting and bombing the fuck out of each other for millennia and millennia. Oh my fuck. And do you know why Europe went into the Dark Ages after their holy enlightened savior showed up? Because the Muslims showed up and kicked their motherfucking ass. Yes. The brothers are just gonna continue to kick each other's ass. And I don't even know if they're allowed to not destroy one another, which is really tragic if you think about it. Really super tragic. The seed some jackass planted long ago when he decided to betray his brother and take his birthright is leading to nations destroying one another. Can see the kind of tree you planted, can see what it grew up to be, and if you think God is in any of that, you're wrong. It's just greed and selfishness and betrayal and all the things that I think are like the ugliest sides of humans. Not really. But you know, that's a starting place because, you know, if all feelings and emotions have polarities, emotions don't, feelings do, whatever, then you can slide revenge into admiration and the two of you can get your shit together or not. Could always just destroy each other. And I don't think God is there with you. Just putting that out there. Have a good afternoon.